Let's start off this stream today, JoJo fans versus Netflix. JoJo fans versus Netflix, a fair fight. Oh man, let me tell you, they're running rampant. Let me just go ahead and start things off everything here, okay? I am not a JoJo fan. I have not watched the anime at all. This is still very, very huge because it tells you how much Netflix mishandles anime at a huge level, and for some reason JoJo fans just have it the worst. The series release schedule is so awful. I have never seen this ever before for a popular anime. Let's start off here. The first episode of Steel Ball Run of JoJo released on March 19th, 2026. So a couple weeks ago, right? Now, obviously, you might be wondering, okay, well, that's good. You know, it's highly rated here on AniList and Mal, of course, you know, and episode 1 is deemed one of the best episodes of the year so far in terms of anime ever, which honestly, I can kind of see. JoJo is just one of those anime manga franchises that, you know, is very, very popular. Again, I'm not a fan of it because I haven't watched it, so I can't exactly say if I like it or if I dislike it or not. I don't have any experience with the series itself. I kind of respect JoJo because it's a very well-known but also highly rated anime that I've been told I should watch at some point, which I will at some point, you know, I will. And Netflix is screwing the JoJo fans big time here, okay? So they release episode 1 on March 19th, right? But then it's like, okay, where's the second episode? Anime Japan recently finished up. Anime Japan is basically the go-to destination for a lot of popular anime series where they talk about the latest news of the anime. So you will see new announcements, you will see new trailers for upcoming anime that's been announced already. You will see basically a lot of updates, kind of almost like an anime E3, back when E3 was alive, of course, but it's basically like an anime E3. They officially show off the trailer for the second episode of Steel Ball Run. There's no release date. All it says here in the tweet is scheduled for exclusive early streaming on Netflix in 2026. And so a lot of people, the JoJo fans, basically go very, very ballistic because, and rightfully so, it says 2026. There's no release date. Bro, the first episode aired already. What's the point of like putting this episode trailer out? There's no release date for the second episode onwards. When you look up Netflix anime here on Twitter, ever since that news came out, if anything, you might see it right here. There it is. So you've just been seeing so many replies. Netflix Anime's Twitter account has been absolutely blown up with so many replies from so many JoJo fans wondering where the second episode is. Tweet the damn release schedule. Why are y'all doing things like that? Just paying the JoJo fans. A lot of people are like, where in the world is the next episode? So there's like one episode, then people will have to wait for a random time to get episode 2. Yeah, pretty much. There's no release date for episode 2, yet the first episode's already out, which makes no sense. Like, why is JoJo the one franchise that Netflix is absolutely just screwing here? I've never really exactly seen a release schedule like this. Almost 3,000 replies to this, and many more quote retweets. And someone says here, the worst thing that happened to JoJo, literally a hype killer. You're gonna release in batches based on stages. You managed to make it worse than Stone Ocean release somehow for one of the most anticipated anime ever. God, I hate you. People are saying they're unsubscribe, second stage, like who do you think you are? F Netflix, all my homies hate Netflix. And there's so many people just absolutely hate Netflix. And even if I'm not a JoJo fan, Netflix has been so weird with anime releases in general. Like I remember Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity for some reason airs in July in Japan. It doesn't exactly air on Netflix until freaking September. Like why? I'm not waiting 3 months, especially for an hyped up anime like that. They try to get people to subscribe as long as possible, so they're judging the patience. I think I could see that, but I don't think it works in their favor. It's so nuts because I'm a fan of Blue Box, but obviously under these replies, you have 864 replies under this tweet. And everyone's just wondering, where in the world is episode 2 of JoJo Steel Ball Run? Where is it? Is it starting to look like spring where you are? And then right under the tweets, it's like it's looking like Steel Ball Run episode 2. Oh man, there's so many tweets here. So many tweets. This one has over close to 3,000 replies, which, by the way, JoJo fans, please watch 100 Meters. It's an amazing movie. But oh my goodness, let these anime characters inspire you to run your heart out. And then a lot of people are like, you know what else that can inspire me to run? Steel Balls. Where is Steel Ball Run episode 2? And then this is really just the kicker. A new week, a new list of anime, and it lists off all the new anime coming into Netflix this upcoming weekend. Obviously, everyone's like, I think you're missing something. I haven't really exactly looked it up because it has been a while, but I remember, was it Stone Ocean? I remember Stone Ocean's release schedule being very weird as well. Like, it was also just like a batch kind of thing. And it just, again, just so weird, man. I just don't understand it. Netflix has been a culprit, which is why there's this thing called Netflix jail, which a lot of people have said. Because if you are under Netflix jail, you really sometimes don't even know when your anime could potentially be released. JoJo is just, unfortunately, for some reason, I think the worst, if not the worst, in terms of distribution of new episodes, which makes no sense, right? There is something here that did leak, and it was this. So this was posted to Stardust Crusaders 3 months ago, and it basically said Steel Ball Run release schedule spoilers. So this person was pretty much right, and it doesn't look like we're going to get any sort of episode of Steel Ball Run until September of 2026. Can you believe that? I know everyone does not want batch uploads. Trust me, I don't either. I'd love for weekly JoJo, but I have insider information from how the release schedule is set up for Steel Ball Run. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you how I have this information, even though I wish I could, so you can go ahead and take everything I say with a grain of salt, or choose not to believe me. So March 19th, right? Steel Ball Run, episode 1, this person was correct. And this person is also saying that we will not get anything of Steel Ball Run until September, with 11 episodes, and then June 2027, with 12 more episodes, and then October of 2027, with 10 episodes, and then somehow, some way, they have this information going up until May of 2028 with 9 episodes. I promise you, I wish this was a fake rage bait post, but I do believe it to be real. Well, so far it's been real. And if this is correct, where the next couple of episodes go in September, oh boy. I have to talk about this because even as a fan of just anime in general, I'm again not a JoJo fan like that, I have not watched the series. What Netflix is doing to this series in particular is absolutely something that should just not ever happen. But for some reason, they're just giving the JoJo fans, they're really just screwing them over for no reason. And this has happened with Stone Ocean. It's now also happened with Steel Ball Run. I'm imagining releasing only 1 episode a couple weeks ago, and you don't even announce the next one until September. And if this is correct, September, when are they going to release the next? Or how about this? Like, will the backlash of this release schedule, potential release schedule, by the way, will it change Netflix's mind? I have no idea. I'm not familiar with the production schedules and whatnot with JoJo, but this is just awful. This is just straight up awful, all right? I just wanted to talk about that really quick. Even if you're not a JoJo fan, you have to pray to God that whatever happens with your anime that you're potentially waiting to see, and Netflix, just pray to God that you get weekly releases, because if not, well, even if not, JoJo fans are just unfortunately getting the worst of it. I just don't understand why they keep doing this. They did it with Stone Ocean in 2021, and now here. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe there's some other stuff that I know. I just don't know. I'm looking at this technically from an outside, but I hope that people give it to Netflix and give them feedback like, hey, like, you guys gotta announce stuff, but also at the same time be consistent. Like, how come we can't just get weekly stuff for Steel Ball Run? It makes no sense. Or yeah, well, maybe these episodes are just not even finished yet, but I don't know. I have no idea. But it just doesn't make any sense. Because imagine being a fan of JoJo, you're waiting for Steel Ball Run, and then you get a trailer for the second episode and you don't even know when it's airing. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?